Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, August 6th. So it has been a good week. I hope you guys have all had a good week. You know, every time I do a video and then I, have nothing in my inbox, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to have that much to share the following week. Stuff piles up. Wait till you see what I have here. I have some really wonderful things to show you and talk with you about this week. So the first thing, a question I received last week about double-sided diamond painting. So there are two types of diamond paintings, double-sided tape and then poured glue. So normally the poured glue will have the clear cover, like Diamond Art Club. Double-sided tape will have the release papers on it because if you remember many years ago, I had actually bought a roll of that tape. So the tape comes with the release paper on top. So I had a question. Someone bought a diamond painting that had double-sided tape, so they had the release paper on it, and they wanted to know if they could take that release paper off and replace and put the clear cover on it. I've never done that. So my thought was probably, but I would test the small corner, like lift up the release paper, put the plastic down to make sure it'll peel back up before you take off the entire release paper, put your plastic down, and then it's stuck to it and you're not getting it off. So that was my best piece of advice on that. Okay, movies and TV this week. So I have been watching old movies that I've seen before. But last night, I actually listened to Charles Stanley's podcast I listen podcasts on my iPad. Charles Stanley, besides Joyce Meyer, is probably one of my favorite preachers / pastors that is out there. He has since passed away, but his company, I want to say it's New Touch Ministries, something Touch Ministries. They still have his videos on YouTube, his podcast, wonderful. Love him so very much. And it was really comforting to listen to that last night instead of trying to watch something. So the movies I watched this week, the old movies that I've seen a billion times, Officer and a Gentleman, Deborah Winger, Richard Gere, love that movie. Flashdance, again, love that one with Jennifer Beals. And then Silver Linings Playbook. So that has Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. So I actually read the book. The Silver Linings Playbook movie is based on a book. I read the book first and loved it. And then when the movie came out, really loved the movie. I love the underdog coming up on top kind of thing. And really all of those movies that I just listed is sort of has that theme in it. Now, the best movie that I watched this week was recommended by Terry, and it is called Facing the Giants. So it is about this high school football team who was on a losing streak, and the coach is getting ready to be replaced, and he is a faith-based person. He decides to use prayer and scripture to help the team. And so many moments in that movie just brought tears to my eyes because it truly, with God, anything is possible, seriously. And love that movie so very much. And Bill even liked it. We watched it and he was like, wow, that was really good, and highly recommend. I had to rent it on Amazon. It was $3.99 to rent. Highly recommend. Someone recommended I watch War Room. I'm going to watch that next, by the same makers of Fireproof, which is one of my favorite movies starring Kirk Cameron. And one of my favorite movies too that is faith-based is God Is Not Dead. I've talked about that movie on here before. There is a part 2 and a part 3 to that series. So I need to go in there and watch those because I'm sure they're great as well. Books. So my library finally got in Riley Sager's new book, The Only One Left. I've read that book. I was off work one day last week and I read almost the entire day. I read that book very quickly. It is my favorite book of his as of right now. So I've read everything he has written. I want to say he has written 7 books. I don't know the exact number, but his very first book, Final Girls, was my favorite one up until now. The only one left, which is sort of a loosely based Lizzie Borden, if you know that story, type protagonist. So good. The book is so good. So, and I mean, right up until the end. Highly recommend if you like suspense type of books. I love that book so much. I was so glad that I was able to read it and enjoy it. And I don't know how someone writes a book like that. I don't know how these people write these books like that. Highly recommend. My favorite book I've read this year, you know, Gillian McAllister's Wrong Place, Wrong Time was my favorite book. The Riley Sager one has even topped that. I have read 39 books this year out of my goal of 60. I just started reading another book just last night that I got from my library called The Reading List. And I'm only a little ways into it, like 2 chapters. So I took a little bit of a break, like a couple days break, because when I read a book that quickly, I sort of have a reading hangover almost. So I usually give myself a day or 2. I have a bunch of books on my list for the library that I'm waiting to come in. We'll see. There's some good ones on there. But yeah, the Riley Sager book, Chef's Kiss, 5 stars, 100 stars. Loved it. Loved it so much. Okay, gifts. I did receive a gift this week. Bonnie contacted me. She is a subscriber. She also has a needle minder store on Etsy. I'm trying to find it as I go through all of the stuff I have in this box. Okay. So she wanted to send me a needle minder and have me mention her store. And I actually just went through all of my needle minders and cleaned a bunch off. And I'm being so picky and choosy now about what I purchase. Seriously. And I like the small ones because they are lightweight on perforated paper, which is what I mostly stitch on now. So her store is carolinaminders.etsy.com. I will link it down below. These are the 2 that she sent me, and I absolutely love them. There's her name, Bonnie Deering. The pink and the purple flowers, they're wood, lightweight, will be perfect on the perforated paper. She also, from today, Sunday, August 6th, through Sunday, August 13th, she has a discount code for her shop. And the code is Stitcherista. And it's good for 15% off everything in her Etsy shop. I will also put the code and the parameters down in the description box as well. Bonnie, thank you so much. I'm actually going to put one of these on my current project. Who is here? Wait a minute. Okay, that was Amazon at the door. We had to get a new pizza cutter and a grill brush for Bill. So that is probably what is now sitting on the front porch. But like I said, I will put down below Bonnie's store, the gift, the code, all of that. So you guys can peruse her shop. All right, purchases. There are definitely some purchases. Lots of stuff to show ya. All right. The first purchase, so do you guys remember, and I know you did because I just showed it last week, this freebie from the Primitive Hare, which is called Don't Piss Off the Fairies. Remember this? Now, that fabric is her fabric. It is called Wild Rose 30 count linen. The colors that I picked, I've already picked out the colors, are 2 color and cotton, which I think look pretty close to those. It's these 2. So the Kalamata is like a pinky brown, and then the Ivy, of course, is the green. So it only calls for 2 colors. I was very adamant to order this linen because I normally do not care for linen. And I thought to myself this week, well, last week too. Last week is when I really started thinking about it. How could I color a piece of paper, perforated paper, to look like this? And then I thought to myself, do I really want to go through all of that trouble to try to do that? No. So I decided to order the linen because I just really wanted to see it. I'm going to stitch this on the linen. I will frame that. Anything I stitch on fabric, I'm going to frame from here on out. It's going to be stunning. So I received the linen in the mail yesterday. And I want to show you because I ironed it. It's gorgeous. Wait a minute. Now, remember, I had bought that piece. I need to put something behind that so you can really see it. I don't have anything. There we go. That helps. This is stunning. I mean, look at the flowers. Remember, I had bought that piece of Fabric Flare Ada? I looked at it later on. This is what the pattern should be stitched on. So I will use that piece of Fabric Flare Ada for something else. I am looking forward to stitching this so much. And so what I'm going to do, because it doesn't really say where you're supposed to start, I'm going to go by the picture. And I'm probably going to stitch her first because I really want to make sure this is lined up just like this. So this may be the next project I work on after I'm done the one I'm currently working on. Love that so much. Very excited to stitch on that linen. I can see the holes. I mean, 30 count is almost like 28. I mean, it's over 2, it's 15 count. So very excited for that. I was very pleased. Another purchase. So Karina at Bags Plus, remember I showed you the bendy flip thing for bobbins. She also makes them for Sulky bobbins. So I got one. So this is the fabric I picked. And I just needed something with only a couple, this will hold 12 spools. So this is foam. It's not foam. It's more like interfacing, I guess. But you can see, like this is hard, like it's flat. And I want to show you because these are elastic. So what you do is, let me put them in here and then I'll show you what they look like. It will hold the spools. This is more for traveling, like when I go to retreats, because I have the wood things for here. But isn't that so cool? That way you don't have to put the spools in a Ziploc bag or some kind of bag and just have them flopping around. They're not going anywhere. Now, she also makes this in like a book type too with a ribbon closure where you can open it and you can have a lot more in there. I just wanted a flat one. I didn't need the one that was a book. And this was $12. It was great. I absolutely love it. And Karina is wonderful to work with. She has moved from the UK to the US, so she now lives here. So you get your stuff even quicker if you're in the US. All right, so I am a member of the Primitive Cottage Stitchers Facebook group. And believe it or not, so I belonged to so many Facebook groups. I want to say it was like 60. It was crazy pants. And I went through on Thursday. I now belong to 10 groups. When I say I called down, it was too much. It was way too much. So I love the Primitive Cottage Stitchers group so much. And in there, Lindsay, one of the, the members of the group, the main designer of the company, she was stitching Bent Creek's Boo. And now I have seen so many people have changed the colors on this. I love this so much. These colors, Lindsay was stitching hers in purples and oranges. So I wound up picking, and I have a screenshot on my phone of hers. Again, I picked color and cotton threads because I love them so much. Grape, look at that beautiful purple. Grape, lime sorbet, and orange soda. Can you even? So, and now I was thinking about, instead of stitching this star up there, because I like to use buttons, I have this green button. Aha, I'm going to put that right up there. Yeah. And I will stitch that on paper, probably purple paper. Either purple which is like a lavender mist, I want to say that's what the paper is. Or they have a light green. It's called Misty Lime. So can't wait to do that one. That should be a nice quick stitch, but loved the conversion that Lindsay was doing. And so took a screenshot. When I like something and I see a conversion, I will take a screenshot on my phone so I have it. Wait a minute, that's trash. Okay, is this the last purchase coming up? Yes. No, it isn't. Well, it's like a twofold thing. So Holly, Patsy Putty, had her first release store opening and she sold out. And I bought a bunch of them because I knew I was going to. I already planned on it. I want to show you how it came packaged. So it came in an envelope, but it came in this box because what was happening was the putty was getting squished when she just had it in a regular envelope. So when you open it up, now like I said, I purchased quite a bit. So she also sent, and I haven't opened these or smelled them or looked at them because I wanted my true reaction to you guys. So I will link her shop down below. Now, as a free gift, she sent me a little square of the honey almond one because I did not order that one. So let's see. And I'm really sorry that you don't have like smell-o-vision over YouTube where you guys could smell it also because these smell fantastic. Let's see. Ooh, you know what it smells like? Amaretto. Her putty is so wonderful. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for the free gift. And then she also sent scratch off. So I'll be very curious to do that. And then she sent, and I loved this so much because it's a small one. She also makes needle minders. She sent this peppermint needle minder. I don't have a peppermint needle minder. I'm trying to get it open. Let me just cut the whole thing open because I'm not going to put it back in the bag anyway. It's fantastic. Love the small ones, and this will be perfect for when I stitch a Christmas design. Okay. So how many putties did I get? Let's see. I'm trying to open the bag. Like I said, I got quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 8. All right, so a lot of these are limited edition. I got almost all of her Christmas ones. I'm very carefully cutting open. So this one is gingerbread. I love gingerbread cookies, all kinds of things. Now, what is also awesome about her putty is that she usually does them in these cool shapes. So let's see, what is the shape? Oh man. And what's nice too is that it's like a folding, so you can just fold the paper. You almost don't want to mess it up because how pretty is that? Are you kidding me? Look at that. I can't imagine the time it took her to make that. I mean, look at that. So awesome and smells just like gingerbread. Okay, the next one is mistletoe. Like I said, I loved all of the Christmas ones she had. I'm neatly cutting the package because I am very particular and want all of my things nice and neat. Okay, mistletoe. I love the smell of this one. It smells clean, like you're walking in a forest with pine trees. Look how beautiful. Are you, like I said, it's going to be hard to stick my pen in here and use this and mess this up because it's so stunningly beautiful. I just want to sit here and smell it. Like I said, it smells, that's my favorite one so far. That one smells absolutely fantastic. Okay, candy cane. Now this is going to look like, I saw a picture of this on the group. She has a Facebook group. I'll link it down below. I'll link all the stuff down below. It's going to look like the needle minder that she gave me. Okay, you're gonna just have to bear with me when I'm trying to get this package open the first time is not easy, but after that, it's pretty good. Now I'm anticipating I'm gonna know what this smells like. This reminds me, when I was a kid growing up, my grandparents always had a big glass candy jar full of peppermints. And that was my grandmother's cure-all for when I had a sore throat. Takes me back. Oh, this is actually a candy cane. Okay, duh. No duh, Danielle. Look at that. So cute. Love, love, love. And like I said, makes me think of my grandparents when I smell that. All right, the next one. Oh, I did get candy. Oh, I got 2 candy canes. Why did I get 2 of them? I didn't mean to get 2 of them. That's okay. You know what I'll do? I'll give one away to you guys. I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to open it. Yeah, I don't know how I ordered 2 of them. Here's the second one. If you want to be entered to win this, I will have a Google form link. Fill out the Google form. I will pick a winner next week. It's going to look just like the one I showed you. It's going to look like a candy cane. So I think what I thought I was ordering a peppermint one. I don't know what I was thinking. It was craziness trying to order without stuff being sold out because it went so quick. But yeah, if you want to win, enter down below. Okay, let me set that to the side. All right, the next one I got is sugar cookie. This should smell delicious. And we're coming upon that season, people. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, we're already a little ways through August. Soon enough. Okay. You want to eat it. Look at this cuteness. Are you kidding me right now? How could you use that? I will, because I love the putty, but isn't it so friggin' cute? Okay, 3 more. The next one I got is Coral Pink Sugar, and this was one of her most highly anticipated or highly sold ones. Everyone wanted this one. I'm imagining a very clean, sweet smell. I think this was the first one I put in my cart too. It smells like one of my favorite candles. Oh man, look how beautiful, look at that. You know what this looks like? But do you remember when Bill and I did the pouring paint on the canvas? This looks like my pouring paint that I did, because I did it like oranges, pinks, and black. Love. It smells so good. All right, the next one is Coffee Bean. And she did a couple of them in what are called toe beans, where it looks like a cat's paw. And one of the scents is Coffee Bean, and you know me and coffee, so had to get the Coffee Bean one. Look at this cute little paper. Now I'm allergic to cats, but I can love them from afar. It smells like a cup of coffee. It smells like walking into Starbucks. And here's what it looks like. Cute, right? It looks like camouflage. I can't. And the last one I got, I think, is a glow-in-the-dark putty. It is called Electric Summer. Now, this one is a bigger square, so it was more money. She offered this one in a couple different sizes, and by the time I got around to it, the smallest size, which is what I was going to get, was sold out. But I really wanted this one because I just did. Okay. Ooh, it's so pretty. Ooh, it smells like candy. It smells like taffy. Look at it though. Look at all those colors. Glow in the dark, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, this has some weight to it. This is a bigger square for sure. So that was all the putty that I got. And she is already preparing her next launch. And if you belong to the Facebook group, you will see that she is doing like a mermaid jewel. It's the shapes she comes up with are just amazing. It's so amazing. So when I knew that I was going to be purchasing all of these putties, I was like, now I have to get a fancy box to put them in. I have to get something to put them in. So I actually messaged Holly on Facebook and I said, well, now I need a container. And she said, look for on Etsy or Amazon, a tea bag organizer. Brilliant. I would have never thought about that. So went down a rabbit hole, looking, finally came upon this handmade box that you can get. You order it and then she makes it. It is on Etsy and is by Fatima Marini. All of her information right there. I will put it down below. I will put her Etsy store down below. Wait until you see this. Can you even right now? Okay, there's the lid with, I love the knob on it. So, and then 3 slots. So let's put the putty in here and I'll show you what it looks like. Hello? Yeah. Very awesome. And then let's put the lid on it. Voila. Love this. Love it so much. When I opened it, it came in the mail yesterday. When I opened it up, I was like, OMG, perfection. So love that so very much. All right, so that was all the purchases. I thought that was plenty. All right, finishes and whips. I do have a finish. So, you know, I finished my I Love You a Latte. I fully finished it a few days ago. Now, before I show you, I have to tell you that it's a little crooked on here, and I talked to Bill about that yesterday. When I fully finish something, excuse me, I need to take my time more and really make sure it's lined up. He looked at it and was like, who really cares? But I want it to be as perfect as I can. You can see like this is a little crooked on here, and then this is also crooked. But didn't it turn out so cute though? So this is scrapbook paper, this is scrapbook paper, then my stitched piece, and then I did like the little adhesive enamel dots in the corner. And these are also 2 little stickers that I got from scrapbook.com. I thought it turned out so cute. So this will just, I'll put the 3M picture hangers on the back. This was one of the cups. Remember I said I ordered a bunch of wood cups, and I want to say it was from Scarlet Sky Designs on Etsy. I'd ordered like 4 or 5 different ones. And I have one more. I have a white one. So whenever I get around to doing that. I thought it turned out so cute though. I love stitching with the Sulky on the 18 count paper. And this was a free pattern from Daily Cross Stitch. So I thought it turned out so cute. I love that. Okay, so my next project that I've been working on this week is what I got from the Sip and Stitch box from Primrose Cottage Stitches. And it's going to be, this pattern is going to be out in their fall release, which is, I want to say very soon. It is the Honeybee Quaker, which is this. So cute. And in the Sip and Stitch, it came with a mug, and it came with fabric, like finishing, and it came with all the floss. So I am just using their floss. Why not? I paid for it, right? So I am stitching mine on 14 count ecru perforated paper. And here is what I've done so far. Isn't it so cute? Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, love it. Love it on the paper. Another reason that I love stitching on paper, if I didn't already say this last week, is I feel like my stitches are very, and I know I did say it, I feel like my stitches are really nice and neat on paper because paper doesn't give like fabric does. So now, there are single stitches in this pattern. You look at it, you can kind of see. The single stitches for me are really hard to do on paper and being able to end the thread properly. So I actually ordered some square diamonds for diamond painting that are in the colors of the floss, and I'm going to glue them on in the spaces. So stay tuned for that because those diamonds should be here this week. But yeah, loving it. Loving this so much. It's a lot of fun to stitch on the paper. Love it very much. Okay, so finishing though. So, you know, I'm thinking ahead instead of trying to find always like a backing board, something to finish something on. A long time ago. Now, remember last week too, I talked about perforated paper and someone had asked me if I was concerned about the longevity of paper. Like after years, would it be becoming damaged or destroyed? And I was like, oh, I don't have anything stitched years ago. Yes, I do. I was looking around on my walls the other day and I was like, way up high in my office. I want to say these were done 5, 6, 7 years ago. These are both Brooks Books Publishing, like dolls and done on perforated paper. So here's the first one I did. So this is an artist canvas, which I painted silver, scrapbook paper, and then this. Now I used Mod Podge for all of this, but this has been on my wall for 5 to 7 years. It's still perfect. Yeah. And then this one, and this is how I think going forward, I'm going to start finishing the stuff I do on perforated paper. This one I love so much. This is the Baking Angel, or I forget the name of it. But scrapbook paper, and then her. So what I did was I wrapped the artist canvas like you would wrap a Christmas present, right? I think I glued the sides down, but then on the back, I mean, you could also staple the paper, but I'm pretty sure I used glue and it stayed. I mean, this is like I said, 5 to 7 years old. This has not moved. None of the paper has come up. The paper is still intact. It's perfect. And the best glue that I've ever used for scrapbooking or things like this is called zip dry glue. And I think that's what I use. So I ordered a bottle of it from Amazon because if you get, you know how sometimes when you glue something, you will get residue that pushes out. This glue, when it dries, you can just roll it right off. It's amazing, seriously. So that's how I think I'm going to finish this bee Quaker. I already went on scrapbook.com and ordered 2 pieces of paper. And that's going to be a really simple, and artist canvas is very inexpensive at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, especially if you can find a sale. So can't wait to fully finish that, but I'm having lots of fun stitching on the paper. Okay. I did paint the frame for Tea Rose Fairy. I did do diamond painting, so I do need to show you that progress too. Have not done the magnets yet because I'm going to film that part of it. I didn't film the painting of it because literally what we did, we have a painter's tarp. Bill laid it out in the yard for me. He has just a plastic bucket like you would use to wash a car that he got, you know, at Ace Hardware or Home Depot or something. He turned it upside down. I laid the 2 sides of the magnetic frame down and then just spray painted it and let it dry outside. And trust me, those frames, it takes a whole can of this paint. Took out the whole can. And don't pay attention to what this looks like. The lid is the true color. It is going to show you the true color. And when I tell you this is difficult to find, at least in my area, when I was at Hobby Lobby last week, I bought like 4 or 5 colors just so I would have it. And I knew my next diamond painting, which we're going to look at, I'm going to do a purple frame. Yeah. Okay, well, let me show you my progress on Tea Rose Fairy, because yesterday I got done the last section in that row. I have one more row and I will be done. I have felt like I've been working on that diamond painting for so long. I don't think it's as long as I think it has been. It just feels like it's been really, really long. So let's flip you around, take you over there. Ooh, right? That was so much, that section, brown and black. A whole lot. But yeah, I only have this row left. So I'm hoping today to start on this section. I love the roses. They're so beautiful. So can't wait. Can't wait to get this done, because it is going to go right there. That's where I'm going to hang it. The next one I'm doing is the other orientation, or vertical. It's going to go right next to it. And then I can probably put one right here above my credenza. And then it will be time to start rotating. And I realized, remember I was telling you guys, I was thinking about selling the completed diamond paintings when I get to the point where I have to rotate, because once I take a diamond painting down, I'm probably not going to put it back up again, because I have so many. I mean, I have like 30 kits undone. So instead of selling it with the frame, I might just try to sell the completed diamond painting, or I'm just going to donate it. I don't know what I'm going to, if they don't sell, because I can definitely use the frames again, and that would negate Bill and I having to paint another frame, right? So the next diamond painting I'm going to do is not a Hannah Lynn. No, no, no. But like I said, it's going to be painted in this color. Is Queen of the Snow Fairies by Erica the Goober. So there is what, stunning. So I thought we could look at the canvas again, and I'll show you the bigger. This is not that big of a diamond painting. And you know, I say that, and then it takes me 4 months to do it. Oh, the bigger thing, I'm like, where's the big label? In my binder. But yeah, this one is so beautiful. I love her hair and the wings, and the purple frame will be amazing with this, won't it? Stunning. And I want to say her wings are done in like fairy dust drills or AB something. So looking forward to doing very, very much. All right, I didn't have any favorites of the week except just perforated paper. I love stitching on the paper so much. I can't even begin to tell you. It's so enjoyable to do it. But gratitude. So time off work this week. I had 2 days off work, and then 2 days were really short days. So this work week was not too stressful at all. And then I wrote down Bill making me laugh. I wrote that down again because he always can make me laugh, and I'm just so grateful. A sense of humor is very important to me. Oh, okay. 2 things I wanted to also mention, and then we'll be done the video. So when I ironed that fabric, the Wild Rose linen, it came folded up in a package. So it was very creased. I use a cordless iron that I have, but I spray it with water, and I just have a little tiny spray bottle like this, and I just douse it, and it works fantastic. And then one of my favorite glues is Aleene's Tacky Glue. And it comes also in this pen form, which is so nice when you're trying to be really precise. I just wanted to point those 2 little things out. Love that. Love that glue so much. So that's it. That's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing everything that I worked on and purchased. And I hope you all have a fantastic week upcoming. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in next Sunday's video. Bye, guys.